Hi, this is Heather from Flying Fox. It's early in the morning and we're gonna get some painting done before we have to go to work. Today we are going to work on the sunrise part of the Endless Mountains barn quilt, and on your barn quilt it has the numbers, so it has 5, 6, and 7, and you can certainly do them in a straight line to go along with the barn quilt feel. I like to fade my colors, so I'm going to show you how to fade them. Again, you can do the paint by numbers where each block is a different color, but I'm going to show you a different technique in case you want to go a little rogue with your barn quilting. So let's do that really quick, and then tonight or later we can work on part of the mountains. Okay, so what we have here is our circle, and I'm going to do the fade. So let's do this. And also, if you notice here, I forgot this too. So we're gonna do that while we're here as well. Then what we're gonna do, once we get close to here, we're gonna see we have to do all of this. So we're simply going to, and our tape covers it, we're just gonna put, like we've talked about before, the razor blade on the line, and we're gonna make sure we start to frame this out a little bit better. So what I like to do with circles, hold on a second. Where's a pencil? Right here. I like to redraw that because sometimes when you paint, sometimes that can get, your paint overlaps what you're trying to do. So I like to just simply do a little quick sketch to make sure, we got our circle and it doesn't look doesn't look not like a circle. So then I like to do this. Cut this out. So this might seem, tedious to some people, but it really will benefit you in the end if you do it this way. I like to then do just tiny, tiny increments around the circle. So basically what we're doing is just slowly building the circle one little line at a time. Do you guys see what we're doing here? Let me see if I can get you closer. And this ensures you don't have to hand paint around it or worry about accidentally making a mistake. Just like that. You see how it almost looks like that feather pattern? And you're just making a circle, little lines at a time. Just like this. Let me do all the way around here and I'll join you back in a sec. Okay, let's make sure we spoon it because that's the number one thing we always have to remember to do. Spoon it. And this is what we're gonna do. I forgot to do that too, so we'll do that while we're here. Now everything that we normally do is a 2-coater, but if we're gonna fade something, most times that's just a 1-coat. So what I wanna do, so yours will have an orange, a couple of oranges that fade into a cream. And this 5 here will go 5, will be the darkest color, and migrate down to the lightest color. but we're going to avoid the lines, ignore the lines today, and just fade it. And what I want to do is kind of an orange, fade it into yellow, fade it into cream. So what I like to do is just do a little layer here. Open this up. A little layer of each color. And this one is really wet. Shoot! And we really made a glob there that's really unnecessary. So this is a good mistake that we made. We could learn from that. So we have way too much yellow here. So we're just going to pick some up with our brush and take it off, just like a spatula. That's going to be a banger of a problem. All right. So what we're going to do is first we're going to simply paint here, just like this. We'll get up here. And then we'll start coming up here. And we'll just, nice and thick, fade them into each other. Just like that. Sometimes you have to clean the excess paint off the brush so you don't have too much on there. Just like that. And just slowly work your way down. Now we could just end with this, right? That's a beautiful fade. Good enough. We could end with that. But I like to add a little surprise here and there. Like say here, you know, add a little bit of extra color here and there and there. Does that make sense? Here and there and there. And then maybe do a little bit of the orange. Just a small amount of the orange on the bottom. Just like that much. Maybe start way back here. There we go. Just nice and slow. And just like that, you have your sun. Let it dry. If once it dries, you think, my goodness, I can still see numbers, that's not good enough, then simply redo it. I would leave the tape on it till it fully dries. I know I'm an advocate of you taking the tape off while it's still wet, but in this situation, I just wait to see it out just a few minutes what is happening there. But there you go. Good luck. Let that dry for the day, and then we'll move on to other colors in a bit. And then continue to fix the number 2 I messed up. And we'll see how that looks in a little bit. Enjoy your day, guys.